Hello, everyone. It's Pat with our weekly Oracle card reading. I'm back on track this week. I hope you had a lovely weekend, and I hope that weekend reading I did resonated with you. So now we're going to see what's coming up for the week. And today is the 11th of June, and we're heading into mid-June. And so far, interesting month. I know it's going well for me, and I certainly hope it's going well for you. So, okay, so I've pulled some cards ahead of time to get, in the interest of time, and also to get a sense of what the energy is for this week. And so, anyways, our Archangel cards for this week. First of all, we have Michael with this message of crystal clear intentions, and he says, be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. So this is about keeping your eyes on your targeted intention, okay? And not you don't have to really push yourself, but just keep in mind what your targeted, what your end result is, where you're looking to get to. If it's like in my case, weight loss, which I'm working on right now, keep your focus on that. If it's, you're going after a particular job or opportunity or whatever it is, it's about having clear intentions, getting clear about what you're desiring for yourself, not being wishy-washy about it, okay? So Michael's in helping us with that this week. And we also had Azrael come out with Hello from Heaven. So this card is always interesting because Azrael is that archangel that helps to connect us to our loved ones in spirit. And oftentimes when this card shows up, it's we get little signs from them, okay? Signs from spirit that, we might come across somebody who knew them, or we, you may find or hear songs that they liked on the radio that remind you of them. It can show up you might see, a bird or an animal of some kind that was their favorite, or flowers of theirs that were their favorite. You might smell their perfume or something related to them. Anyways, it's a hello from them, okay? They are reaching out and letting you know that they're there. And I always, sometimes that's kind of spooky for people, but, the way I look at it and the way I've learned it is that your loved ones are just that. They are your loved ones. And love is one of the things that goes on forever. So just because they don't have a body anymore, just because they've moved on to their, back into spiritual form, doesn't mean they've stopped loving you, okay? And it doesn't mean that they've lost their capacity to communicate, okay? So as we know, as many of us know all the time, spirit reaches through the veil, and they have ways of getting messages to us. They're subtle, sometimes, but anyways, so loved ones reaching out. I feel the sense of moms and some grandparents coming through to reach out to people out there. So, just welcome it. All right. Don't let it freak you out. Don't let it be spooky. Ooh, and if you need that person to say, hey, this kind of happened and it felt a little weird, but I think it was this, feel free to send me a message, send me a message here on YouTube or, on Facebook or something like that. And I always like to hear those stories. And I am that person that everybody says, Pat, I wouldn't talk to anybody else about that, but I can tell you this because I know you won't think I'm crazy. So anyways, feel free to do that. So the energies for the week, let's see. I worked with the angels, gods, and goddesses cards for this week. So at the beginning of the week, we have, which is right around now, okay, we have this goddess of sacred power, and it says, you are being encouraged to take a leading role in your current situation. And that's definitely, the energy of what Archangel Michael is bringing in here. It's like, you know what you want, you're getting focused around it. So it's something that maybe has been, it's been in need of leadership. It's been in need of, it can be something that you're addressing in your own personal life. It can be a situation in your life that has to do with something or someone else. So, but it just needs someone to take the lead on it. And you're stepping into that. You're saying, you know what, I'm done with this being whatever. I'm going to, take the bull by the horns, and I'm going to start doing what needs to get done. Okay. And I when I read these cards, I also like to look at it in a broader perspective of like what's going on in our world. So we know in our government right now there's just a lot of stuff going. There's a lot of drama going on. There's a lot of stuff being found out about, and with the Mueller report and the testimonies and things that our president is doing, et cetera, et cetera. It's crazy. So, but there is leadership there. Okay. Not all of us feel that comfortable about our current president and his leadership role. And I'm not, whether you do, whether you don't, don't start a drama on my feed. Um, but anyways, it's just letting us know that there is leadership there, and that I feel like I said this before in previous readings, I feel like there's a transition taking place, and the leadership is taking steps. Um, it's there's been a lot of back and forth going on. you know Congress subpoenaing people and then them deciding they're not going to show up, and it's just been this crazy back and forth. But there are going to be people there who are finally going to take the lead and just say, you know what, we're done with this, and it's going to move forward in a different direction. Okay, so the next card that came out for this week is this Goddess of the Unknown. And it says, a new chapter of your life is around the corner. So remove fear and embrace the unknown. So with Michael and, that goddess of sacred power, where we're we're being clear about our intentions, and we're focusing on that intention with unwavering faith, or keeping our eyes on that targeted intention. It's creating a new chapter. But I guess the analogy I would want to give you is, it's kind of like you're on a journey. If you were I'm here up in New England. If I was gonna, drive down to Florida to visit my friend that's down there, and I was gonna jump in my car to do that, there's a journey that goes on between point A and point B. Point B, getting to Florida, might be my targeted intention, and in between there, here and there, there's an unknown. I don't know what that journey is going to be like. I have some idea of how much time it might take, but I don't know what I'm going to encounter along the way necessarily. So this card is reminding us that this month we've had a new moon. A lot of people have started new things, gotten into new ventures. Maybe we had the Passion card. We're excited. We're reinvigorated about maybe our business, our career, making personal changes in our life. And it is the start of a new chapter, but we're in that interim phase. We've just started that journey, but we haven't gotten to the full destination yet. So this card is reminding us that, it's there. It's right around the corner. You've already started the process of bringing it into being, that life that you're desiring, or those changes that you're desiring. So let go of the fear and the worry and any concerns that you have, okay? Embrace a little bit of the unknown, Embrace the challenge of, like, whatever comes up, this is where we're at. So it's just reminding us that we're in the interim, okay? That in-between phase. That it's important. We learn a lot in that in between phase. Okay, so, and I would say again, in a more expanded way, we're in a new chapter in terms of our government. We've heard it said in many different areas that we've had was it a constitutional challenge or something like that? I forget. One of our leaders there in Congress had made a constitutional crisis. That's what he called it. And so when we have crises and adversities like this that are challenging us and challenging our, how we've been operating as a country based on this Constitution, we are kind of going into unknown territories. It's like, okay, America, you've been going along, with this Constitution, and now we're facing some serious challenges around that. And how it's been, how and when and if it's been abused, and how we've kind of gotten away from it in some ways. So we're in a new chapter where we're going to have to redefine things as a country, and our leadership is going to have to redefine things. So that is going to be going on in a much more expanded way. And I'm just looking at the additional insights into this card. because it's really powerful. So, but for the most part, it's bringing you the awareness that you can try to let go of your fears and trust. All right. Letting go of our fears about the future and the unknown. You're being asked to trust in your own abilities and where your desire for these targeted intentions and outcomes, where your own higher self and wisdom is leading you. Okay. And all right, so the last card that we got that came out this week is this angel of relaxation. So going into the weekend, it's a relaxing weekend. That's good to know. Okay. If it's been a stressful week at the office or at work, it's time to let go and relax. And this is also about, once you set those targeted intentions, let go of it. Do the work you need to do around it, which is part of what you're doing at the beginning of the week. You're putting your efforts in, but then let go. Be willing to let go, because it's when we hold on too tightly to things that they start to elude us. Okay. But once we put that intention out to the universe, and for example, in the past when I was going to move, once I set my intention to move, I would start packing some boxes with non-essential items. I'd start packing up my books, getting things that I didn't need right away, as a way of showing my intention to the universe that, yes, I'm ready to move. I'm starting on that process. And I might have even written a list of things of, the ideal things of the place that I want, a new place that I wanted to move to, like where I wanted to move, what I wanted it to look like, what I wanted it to be surrounded by. And then you let it go and let the universe or your, unseen spiritual forces or helpers, let them help you in that capacity. So that's what this card is about. It's like you've set your targeted intention, then let it go. Do the initial preliminary work and then let it go, relax. It's kind of like let go, relax, and let it happen. You'll be guided along the way. You'll get inspirations of what to look into next, what to do next, what the next steps are. But those intuitions and those little insights come when you let it go. All right. But in general, it's more of it also indicates that there's just a nice relaxing weekend coming up for us, where you won't have to do or maybe be doing so much. You can just, decompress, which we all need. We all need that time and space to be quiet and, even if you're just doing nothing. I know I always get caught up sometimes in this idea that when I have free time, that, I should be doing something. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. But sometimes we just don't want to. We want to be like Winnie the Pooh and, have a day where we do nothing. Or at least a couple hours anyways. And that's okay. Sometimes we need that respite to recharge our energies, to decompress, and because it will bring new energy, renewed energy to move forward with our life. So the last thing, if I have time here, that I want to, is a postcards from Spirit. We'll pick a quick postcard from Spirit to see what they say. I love this Colette Baron Reid. They look like actual postcards. So let's see. Spirit, what is your, okay. I think this is the one that wants to come out. Okay, it says, Dearest you. It's like an actual letter. Dearest you, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside your everyday moment-to-moment experiences, thinking you will find happiness out there someday? So many go chasing a magic it out there, but it never could be found there. So we want to share a secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are pure joy. What made you is pure joy. And every time you wake up, and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside you. Joy and happiness and fullness come from doing joy, being joy, knowing it, cultivating it, and lighting it in your heart so that you can share it. You must know this is so, or you must know this, so when the time comes, you'll be fully free, and your joyful being and actions will turn you into a beacon of starlight, Look within and be joyful.